Well, not only is the most important person here, but he's got to kneel down here to take the photos too, so. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And for the Star Wars fans out there, may the 4th be with you, right? My name's Ken Scarlett, and I have the pleasure of serving as Chief of Police here at Springfield Police Department. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you for attending. This is a great celebration, a great opportunity to celebrate the first few steps in the careers of these young men in the front row here today. I would just encourage each one of you, this ceremony is about you all documenting the great achievements of these gentlemen. So if you need to get up, take photos, move around, by all means, this ceremony is about you all, so feel free to do that. And just one other milestone, this is my first opportunity to swear some folks in as the Chief of Police. So kind of a big deal for me today as well, and I'm grateful that I have a great crew of 13 individuals to swear in, so looking forward to that. At this time, I'd like to introduce a few folks. I'll begin with Mayor Langfelder, and he'll be giving a few comments here shortly. Additionally, I'd like to introduce my staff, and they're all in the back of the room here, starting with the Assistant Chief Josh Stunkel, Deputy Chief Don Mumaw, Deputy Chief Andrew Dodd, Commander Sarah Pickford, and I've also got some of the Academy staff, Lieutenant Ron Williams and Sergeant Brandon Golden. Grateful for their leadership and what they do to contribute to the team. And I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce Stephanie Phillips. She's the office coordinator. She put all this ceremony together and does a great job, so grateful for her. Well, men of the front row, policing in America continues to evolve each and every year, and that includes agencies here at Springfield Police Department. And we're looking at the industry best practices on the use of the latest technology and progressive policies. These changes oftentimes present challenges to those that have been in this profession for quite some time, folks like me. However, for you all, this is just one more standard practice as you enter this career field. However, there are two words that have stood the test of time since the inception of law enforcement, whether it was 100 years ago or 2022 today. Those words, to protect and to serve. To protect. As law enforcement officers, you will very shortly swear in the oath to protect those within our city from harm. Oftentimes, those who we protect are the most vulnerable, including the children, the elderly, and the mentally ill. We have a responsibility as law enforcement officers to ensure that each one of these individuals are afforded every opportunity to be safe and thrive in our community. Protection comes at great cost for those of us that wear this uniform, to include working long hours, typically under the cover of darkness, traveling expeditiously across town while maintaining 360-degree coverage, all while doing so from the front seat of a squad car and listening to a radio that blares in your ears. We do this night after night, performing the same essential task, oftentimes missing out on family birthdays, holidays, and anniversaries. To serve. Law enforcement officers will always be associated with being the jack of all trades. Our service to the community consists of a plethora of tasks, from stepping in as a parent to acting as family counselor. We often serve others so that they may rest peacefully at night knowing that the city is safe. Service often equates to breaking down the barriers and stigma that oftentimes we as law enforcement officers actually create. And it's time now that we offer a kind and gentle disposition to those that we deal with. After all, the individuals that we serve are someone's child, parent, sibling, grandparent. So let me challenge you with this. Serve others every minute of every day. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the man who serves the 117,000 residents of Springfield. Mayor Langfelder, would you like to speak?
Thank you, Chief and command staff, for your great leadership with Springfield's finest, and congratulations and thank you to yourselves in the front row, but also your family for their support and getting you to this position in life. And welcome to one of the finest, if not the finest, police departments in the country. And I can say that because I was listening to the radio today, and one of the radio stations, and one of the biggest critics, I would say, or one that critiques the department and all city departments, got on and was talking about an incident we had yesterday at 12th and South Grand, and giving a play-by-play in his mind of what transpired with crowd control, people watching. There's a gun incident, and Springfield went in with other partners, the county and others, and they made a safe arrest, and that's what it's all about. And what it showed for me is you're always under the microscope. People are always going to judge your actions, and at a greater level, I think mine are at a great level, but yours are out there each and every day. But what it showed is the commitment that our men and women of the police department have, the commitment to serve, and how training kicks in and leadership really kicks in, because it almost becomes automatic and that natural reaction. And that's why I say the Springfield Police Department's my favorite department, because of those actions, of the genuine need to serve others and selflessly. And so we thank you for this important step in your life, but most importantly for our residents and how we grow as a community. Because without a great police department that we have, we cannot grow as a community and be a place that everybody wants to live. So with regards to this, you always remember this day, as I'm sure the chief will, won't you, Chief? I didn't know this was your first swearing in, so that's pretty exciting. And, there's 13 of you, and now the chief knows what it's like to have 13 children, right? I grew up in a family of 13, and it's a great experience, and you'll rely upon one another. And, so that's what you need to look to, is look to those that came before you, because you're standing on their shoulders. They're standing on shoulders of others that came before them. And it's all about that strong foundation, that strong commitment to serve the public. And it doesn't get any better than Abraham Lincoln. He's our public servant that everybody in our country and in the world should look up to. A lot of people do. And for us, that's what we try to model as Springfield. With regards to our city council members, each and every department, it's all about government of the people, by the people, for the people. And if we all live to that commitment, we'd have a lot different world that we live in today. And so that's what we strive for here in Springfield, and that's how we were able to go through a pandemic, very tumultuous time, very challenging times. And we didn't have the significance of vandalism, things of that nature that other communities did. It's because of that community engagement we had. And it goes, with the council members, myself, the police department, other departments. But again, it's really the culture that the command staff and under Chief Scarlett has really built, that community engagement, and those that came before them. So we really congratulate you on this important step, but hopefully you strive to be the best, and I'm sure you will, but to be the best as in Chief Scarlett. We'd like to see each and every one of you strive to that level. And that's what you should all try to aspire to. And then if you make it there, great. But if you don't make it there, that'll be great too, because we know you've done your best, and city of Springfield will be the best for your efforts. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thanks, Mayor, for the kind remarks and for your trust in the senior staff, as well as the trust in this organization. On a side note, I've only raised daughters, so I wouldn't know the first thing about raising young men. At this time, I'm going to like for Assistant Chief Josh Dunkel to come up. He's going to administer the Code of Ethics.
Good afternoon. I've been in this job for, about 2 weeks now, and I'm learning lots of responsibilities of the Assistant Chief of Police. I learned this week that I get to administer the Code of Ethics. So the code is set as a basic set of principles expected of all Springfield police officers. It's important for those being sworn in today to listen and understand, but I encourage all of the officers here to remember when they sat here and about where they are now and what this code means to them. We provide you with the equipment and the training to be successful police officers, but you're responsible for your level of commitment and dedication to this code. The Code of Ethics. As a member of the Springfield Police Department, my first duty is to serve the people of the city of Springfield, Illinois. I will safeguard lives and property, protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder. Above all else, I shall respect the constitutional rights of all people to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, maintaining courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. I will be honest in thought and deed in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature or that is confided in me in my official capacity will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith and accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself to my chosen profession, law enforcement. Thank you.
Thanks, Assistant Chief Snunkle, and make no mistake, those words ring true, whether you're a brand-new officer getting ready to enter field training program, or whether you've been with this agency for years. That's what we live by. That is the code that I expect each one of us in the law enforcement realm to respect and live by. All right, well, listen, that was the formal part. It's now time for the pinning. So just a few logistics as we do this. So when I call you up, we'll just stand right here, and if you happen to be the one that's doing the pinning, you're going to come up here, and we'll do the pinning ceremony right here. And then when we're done, we'll just file behind, okay? All right, so we're going to start with Daniel Byers. Come on up, Daniel. All right. Daniel's a graduate of Pleasant Plains High School. He's married to his wife, Brianna, and has one daughter, Madeline. And Daniel will be pinned by his wife, Brianna, and Madeline, if y'all want to come on up. Give her a hug now. There you go. Next up is Trevor Davis. Trevor attended Appling County High School, is a member of the Georgia/Illinois Army Air National Guard, and is married to his wife, Amelia, and has one daughter, Kinsley. He'll be pinned by his wife, Amelia. As a side note, we can take all the pictures you would like at the conclusion of the service as well, so don't feel that this is the only opportunity. All right, next up, Mitchell Farley. Mitchell attended Riverton High School and Illinois State University. He's also a member of the Illinois Army National Guard. Mitchell will be pinned by his father, Donald Farley. Next up is Taylor Kime. Taylor attended Glenbrook South High School, is also a member of the Illinois Army National Guard, and will be pinned by his mother, Kyla. Next is Carson Leonard. Carson attended Clay City High School as well as the University of Illinois at Springfield, earning a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Carson will be pinned by his fiancee, Kelsey O'Connor. Next is Giuseppe Matera. Giuseppe attended Pleasant Plains High School and Lincoln Land Community College. Giuseppe will be pinned by his mother, Stacy Null. All right, Brandon McPherson. Brandon attended Porta High School. He has two children, Xavier and Dallas, and will be pinned by his fiancee, Sydney Bartlett. Varus Moore, come on up. Varus attended Lockport High School, is also a member of the Illinois Army National Guard, and will be pinned by his mother, Terry Koch. Next up is Mark Orr. Mark attended Solario High School and Millikan University, obtaining an associate's degree. Mark will be pinned by his mother, Dazarine. All right, next up is Devon Ritz. Devon attended Lanfair High School and is also a member of the Army National Guard, and Devon will be pinned by his grandmother, Madonna Kerchowski. It's a good thing when you got so many officers, you overfill the stage here. Nick Ward, come on up. Nick Ward attended Lockport Township High School as well as St. Ambrose University, obtaining a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Nick will be pinned by his mother, Charmaine Dickens. Next up is Lucas Weller. Lucas attended Pittsfield High School as well as Western Illinois University. Lucas is also in the Illinois Army National Guard and has one child, Mateo, and will be pinned by his fiancée, Kirsten Rodriguez. And finally, William Whitener. So William attended Springfield High School as well as Northern Illinois University. William is also a previous officer of Lincoln Land Community College. William has three daughters, Amari, Aria, and Alea. And this is where it gets dicey. William's going to be pinned by somebody. We have either William, Gina, or girlfriend Jasmine. So whoever wants to come up, we're ready for you. Well, at this time, we're going to administer the oath of office. I'm going to turn around. You'll get the best side of me while we administer the oath. All right, men, raise your right hand and repeat after me. To the people of the city of Springfield. I state your name.
I, Trevor Davis,
Do solemnly pledge.
do solemnly pledge,
Upon my honor as a police officer.
upon my honor as a police officer,
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
The duties of a police officer.
the duties of a police officer
Of the city of Springfield.
of the city of Springfield
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Pledge that my every act.
I pledge that my every act
Will exemplify honesty in thought.
will exemplify honesty in thought,
Word and deed.
word, and deed,
Justice fairly administered.
justice fairly administered,
Moral courage to avoid evil and its temptations.
moral courage to avoid evil and its temptations,
Intelligent obedience to the commands of my superiors.
intelligent obedience to the commands of my superiors,
And a readiness at all times to do my best.
and a readiness at all times to do my best,
To protect the property and lives of our citizens.
to protect the property and lives of our citizens.
It shall be my unswerving purpose.
It shall be my unswerving purpose
To be friendly but impersonal.
to be friendly but impersonal,
Courteous but firm.
courteous but firm,
And charitable to the inadvertent violator.
and charitable to the inadvertent violator.
I will uphold the Constitution.
I will uphold the Constitution
And enforce the laws of the United States.
and enforce the laws of the United States,
The state of Illinois.
the state of Illinois,
And the city of Springfield.
and the city of Springfield.
Congratulations, man. Well, one final thing before we end. So I've got a gift bag for each one of our newest officers, and within these gift bags, for those individuals that have served or that are currently serving in the United States military, is a pin such as the one that I'm wearing to represent the fact that we believe in your dedication, your service, not only to the city, but also to this country. So wear that with pride and honor as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the crowd, behind me represent the next generation of leaders within our agency. Life as a law enforcement officer will be trying and will come with a whole new set of difficulties for each one of you as well. I will leave you with one challenge. Never allow the family bond that you have nurtured over the years to be fractured. You all, along with all of our new officers, are embarking upon a lifestyle change. Let this new opportunity be the added ingredient to strengthen your family bonds, always pulling in the same direction. Your love and your support will be crucial to these men as they suit up to protect and serve our community on a daily basis. And quick housekeeping keeping thing, what I'd like to do as we finish this up, we'll have a receiving line. Everyone will have the opportunity to come shake the hands, and then we'll take as many photos as everyone would like. So with that said, let's congratulate our 13 newest officers. Single file right through here, and we'll try and make a single file right through all. You can go all the way around here.
Congrats. Looking forward to having you out. Congratulations. About to get real. About to get real. Congrats. Congrats. Congratulations, man. Do good work out there. Do good work. That's how you want to be treated. Just fine. Congratulations. Proud of you.
Service coming up.